Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm an aspiring online business owner, an aspiring life and business coach, and an aspiring content creator. As promised you in the last video, I leave it here or here, whatever it is. I have my microphone. So this video is about how to find your niche. Specifically, I want to talk to you about the things that I learned from the Courtney L. Sanders Nail Your Niche Challenge. I found it life changing and so much useful. The Nail Your Niche Challenge was about her way to teach what a niche is. I won't tell you what the niche is for her, but what I've learned is the importance of telling your own story, what you have achieved, and your content should revolve around how you could overcome your difficulties, the specific steps that you made. Now, there is a problem to me with this idea of telling a story because my story is very tragic, very hard, very heartbreaking, and it's a story full of abuse, toxic environments, and it's a story that have left me so much trauma and that have brought me to get suicidal thoughts every single day. So I don't want to talk about it, not because it's not powerful, but because right now I don't want to be the girl who survived that environment and quit being depressed and nothing else. I want to become that girl that have built a successful business, a successful community despite everything. What you need to know right now, for now, is that I want to break generational curses and that my generational curses regards career, money, self-esteem, the self-esteem that brings you to have a certain relationship with people and with your health. So we are talking about self-esteem, money, and career. I want to break those generational curses and bring you with me in that journey, and then I will tell you my story when the time comes, when I have happier things to tell you about my story. So we won't talk about mine right now at all. Does this mean that if you have a story of abuse, you shouldn't tell that? No, it means you need to think about it. If your story is about abuses and you could overcome these abuses and you could save yourself, decide who you want to be. Do you want to talk about your abuses forever, or do you want your abuses to be just the beginning of the journey, just a way to reaffirm how strong you are and how your method works? This is at least what I want my story to be for me. My story is still present, it's not in the past. I'm still being abused and neglected, not in your typical horrible way, but it's still here and I'm still suffering, and I want to talk about it once I've created the career of my dreams, once I've helped as many people as I can. But what I learned in that moment with the Nail Your Niche challenge helped me to start my own journey, to start to create, to put myself out there after 6 years of me wanting to take action. So it was life changing. I suggest you to follow Courtney. She is magical. Now, the Nail Your Niche challenge is closed. I don't know if she will ever do that again, if she will ever do that for free, but I just wanted to tell you what I've learned and that you can follow her because she truly is amazing. And I love her so much. She is one of my leaders for now. She doesn't even know that. I'm not paying for her coaching packages because I haven't the money, but I still greedily put together everything that I can. I learn everything that I can and try to make it mine, even if it's the free content. So, we were talking about the power of your story. Yes, because your story is what makes you unique. What do you need to have in your story in order to get your niche? You need to have problem, you need to have solved it, and you need to know how you solved it because you need to organize it in the steps that then you will bring out to your community, whether you want to be a coach or consultant or a content creator, whatever. If you want to be an authority that is different from every other content creators, you need at least to have a story. So if you haven't a story at the moment, like me, because I have a big story, I could tell you hundreds of thousands of things that I can teach you to be better, to feel better, and I will do that. But I don't want to be the one who talks about a sad story and how she came out of depression with just one thought. I will teach you that because I want to help my community, but I won't be only that. I don't want my projects to evolve around my sad story because it's too depressing. So if you haven't a story that you are happy to talk about because it only regards trauma and what other people has done to you, it only regards how you are a victim of abuses like I am, then just talk about your story during. If you haven't achieved what you wanted, just start to tell a little bit about your story in general, like I'm doing, and then talk about your journey to reach what you want. People will see your struggles, your experiments, your journey. You can help people. Thanks to your journey, you can become an authority too, because you are demonstrating how your path is bringing you to achieve something. And take notes of everything you learn because, as I said in the previous video, there's a difference between free content and paid content. Free content is more general, valuable, useful, but more general, and you need to sacrifice your time and the quality in order to get the information. While the paid content is less general, it's more specific and structured because the people that sell the programs have clear ideas about what they want to do, and so it's more structured, specific because it's for a specific niche. And if it's a coaching program, it's designed for you specifically. It gets you the result without going through the time, the struggle, the efforts to learn that the creator or the coach has gone through in order to bring you the pack. So you sacrifice money and sometimes a lot of money, and you save time, energy, and you save the quality. So you'll get a super specific result, super high in quality, and you save a lot of time. I know in my program I'll put all my trials, errors, everything, years and years of experiences, of struggles, of pain, all packed together so that I can help my clients to overcome what I've been through with a lot less pain, a lot less errors, and a lot less time wasted. I've made a big jump. I was point 0, now I'm point 8. Before I literally have no money. Now I have enough money to afford something. That gap is the one that I'm trying to help you to fill with my contents on YouTube. So I'm doing a coaching program for free for you on YouTube to help you to get from 0 to where I am right now. And the beautiful thing is, while I let you learn from where I was to where I am right now, from where I am right now, I'm learning to become that premium person. And so it's a journey. So you're learning with me, but at the same time, I will show you your future. And again, trials, errors, and pain. So yeah, it's very important to talk about the journey you're currently in. If you haven't a story that you want to talk about right now, because your experience is valuable. Talk about your story, your previous struggles. Just do it. Again, just start. Start to talk. The first thing you need to do is to learn who you want to be, your online identity. Do you want to be the one, the depressed girl or boy with a depressing story and talk about that every single day of your life? When you are into the fitness journey and you talk about that online, and people will judge you whether you lose weight, gain some weight, a lot of times if you're into fitness is because you have issues with food. You give food too much importance. And if all your content revolves around food and fitness, you will probably end up in a spiral where you only talk about that, where you only think about that, and you won't heal your relationship with food because you will never detach from that. Same thing with your story. You will never ever get your own identity that differs from your sad, depressing heart story because you will only talk about that every single time, and it's not that useful at a certain point. Because remember that as a content creator, you need to create content for a lot of time, and it's not healthy for you to only talk about your story. I give you this advice because I thought, okay, let's talk about my story. Let's talk about the struggle, the pain right now while I'm into it. But then I realized that the more I was talking about my story, the more depressed I would get. Because in order to heal, I think you need to become who you are. And who you are, it's not your story, because your story, it's not you, it's what happened. You are the actions you take, the lessons you learn. You are not your story. I'm not a victim. I am right now. I am someone who has been abused, not as a. So don't worry. And I've never been beaten, so don't worry. I'm not the abuses I suffer. I'm Sarah. I have done this, and that in order to make sure to save myself. And the story is that I'm saving myself. The story is not that I was abused. Think about how you want to tell your story, and think about whether it's the case or not. And think about whether you want to talk about the story where you come out of the pain, of the suffering, and you achieve something. Talking about something hurtful and nothing else brings you to be there in that position, in that pain, in that situation every single time, all day, every day, and you don't provide value. So it's kind of risky, because probably people won't follow you unless it's because they pity you. So they won't fall in love with you. They won't follow you because of who you are, who you bring to the table. So please pay attention to the type of story that you want to tell. I decided I tell the story of someone who breaks generational curses because it's in my bloodline. It takes a lot, but I'm gonna do that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have the previous video where I talked about a little bit more of online business, so that if you want to break the generational curse of money and of career like I do, please go check that video, because it can give you a, a little bit of insights to start your online journey, your online career, your online side hustle, whatever. Just check the video if you want. Like this video if you found it useful, and remember to subscribe if you want to know more about breaking generational curses regarding money, career, and self-esteem. See you in the next video. Bye.